I want to talk about being 52, single, and trying to enter the dating world again. I've never seen so many shallow people in my life as when you try to date. Imperfect people are expecting perfection in their partners. And I'm almost convinced that the only reason men want to date at all is for sex. Free sex. That's the only purpose in them dating. When they're looking for a woman, looking for someone, the only thing on their mind is wanting to have sex. There's nothing else about a relationship that they want. I mean, they don't want a partner. They don't want to care about someone. They don't want to love somebody. They want someone to just fulfill their needs. And that's it. The needs that they have, that they need a partner to fulfill. That's it. It's I don't know. It's like, I'm fat. I have a big belly. I'm fat. You know what? I've had 3 spine surgeries. 2 multi-level fusions. I had 4 levels in my cervical spine fused, and I had 4 levels in my lumbar fused. And, yeah, after my back injury, I put on weight. I absolutely did. And I used to be big before, when I was in my 20s and 30s, and I had gastric bypass. So now I have all these vitamin deficiencies. And why? Why? Because other people don't like to look at me. Because I'm not aesthetically pleasing to you. And you know what? I'm going to tell you right now, I have dated men that were not aesthetically pleasing to me. Do you know why I choose to date somebody? I choose to date someone because of their character, because of what we can be together. That his strengths will complement my strengths, and we can accomplish things together, and that we have similar morals and values, and somebody I want to build a life with. That's why I date. And it's making it so hard out here, and I don't know. I'm afraid. I'm to the point I'm afraid. I'm terrified to date. I'm terrified. My last 2 relationships about killed me. Both of them made significantly more money than I do. Okay? And the love of my life stole my house from me. Convinced me to sell my house so we could move closer to his job. But because I didn't make a lot of money, they talked me into it was a good idea to just put the new house in his name. Okay? Well, then when he didn't want me anymore, guess what? The new house was in his name. Everything, all the profit I got from the sale of my house was into the new house. But I'm put out. I have nowhere to go. And then stupid me decided, because I ended up homeless and sleeping in my car, I decided to go out with a man I knew for 30 years that I thought was a man of integrity. The one thing I still had was a good credit score. So, since we knew each other for so long and everything, I got comfortable with him really quick. But when I got with him is also when my back injury happened. But he convinced me that he wanted to spend the rest of his life with me. He wanted us to buy a house together. but he needed to work on his credit score. It wasn't good, but he made a lot of money. I don't make enough money. I'm on disability. I literally get like $12,000 a year to live on. And, I don't make enough money, even though I had a good credit score. I did not make enough money to buy a house. But he made a lot of money. He made over $100,000 a year. But somehow he still had money problems. I never was able to figure that out. And then he convinced me, my credit cards and stuff that I had, anything we needed to get, anybody needed gifts or anything, that we would just put it on my credit cards. That way it wasn't affecting his credit score. But he took care of, for 4 years we were together, and he took care of all the credit card debt. I didn't have to worry about it. He paid it. It was in my name, but he paid it. Till he didn't want me anymore. A week after my last back surgery, he told me he wanted me and my mom to get out. And I had to find a place to go. And mind you, he wouldn't even help me load anything or move anything after my spinal surgery. It was all on me. And I asked him, I says, well, what about the credit card debt? He literally said to me, they're in your name, they're your problem. So yeah, I got stuck with all this credit card debt that I can't pay, so all of a sudden I can't pay him. So guess what? My credit score went down. And now I can't hardly find a place for me and my mom to live. And I'm looking and looking and looking, but I'm having a difficult time. And he won't help me. He won't do anything. And we've been apart now for a year. But I'm still working on trying to fix things, but needless to say, I'm a little afraid to date anymore. I'm a little afraid. I can't afford it. These men that have so much more than me keep taking everything from me. And then people in our apartment complex where we're at right now, all they want to do is make fun of the way I look. Pick on me because I've got a big belly. Pick on me because of my haircut. I'm sorry I was born ugly. I'm sorry. I've tried my whole life to fix the fact that I'm ugly. But there's nothing I can do about it. I'm sorry that I am not aesthetically pleasing. I keep a clean house. I'm a good cook. I'm somewhat intelligent. I'm smart enough to not fall for any of Donald Trump's bullshit. I'm smart enough to not be a Trump supporter. That's got to count for something. And I've got a good driving record. No criminal record. I've never done anything wrong. I don't do anything wrong. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't do any drugs. But I'm sorry I'm ugly. Because that's the only thing that matters. Well, I'm sorry. I guess I just had to rant and get this stuff off my chest. Thank you for the people that have listened. All right. Good night.